Workers are trying to get the Bain Sound connector working again after regular maintenance to the cable ferry led to repairs taking longer than expected. The planned overnight job bleeding into today, canceling most of the day's sailings. It's a major disruption for those on Denman and Hornby Islands.
Missed medical procedures, emergencies of people trying to get to town. The high school kids, of course, can't get into school. The teachers that service our elementary schools, if they don't live here and come from off island, they can't get here for the elementary school.
For one Denman Island resident, the timing couldn't be worse. Her brother, who's fighting cancer, had BC Ambulance take him to hospital yesterday.
He was to stay at the hospital, but the CT scanner was broken, so they agreed to let him go home for the night on the condition he come back today to get his CT scan done and to check him out again. And now we're stuck here. So it's pretty upsetting.
BC Ferries brought the Denman to Hornby ferry over to do several trips between Buckley Bay and Denman Island midday and said it would bring in a water taxi with sailings canceled up to and including the 9:30 sailing tonight.
It's obviously not ideal that we ended up in this situation. I can tell you we're working hard to get the ship back in service.
The region's MLA, Josie Osborne, posted on social media that this was one of the worst performing routes in the entire system and that she would continue to advocate for improvements. The chair of the island's Ferry Advisory Committee says the cable ferry has proven unreliable and it's time for it to go.
It's just been an embarrassment. It doesn't withstand the weather. It can't shuttle. It can't provide the liftoff that the previous ferry provided. So it's been there for 8 years on our run, and just leaves the citizens really unhappy.
We've made some real improvements, I think, over the last year, where we've seen some significant decreases in the number of cancellations, particularly related to mechanical issues that we've had on the Bain Sound connector. And we're just going to keep working at it to make sure that we can continue to reduce those as much as possible.
Gracie McDonald did find someone to take her brother on a boat to Vancouver Island before he was driven to hospital, where sadly he died. His sister says while she doesn't believe the canceled ferries contributed to his death, the canceled ferries made his final day more difficult.